Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Storm. I'm going to be taking a look here at another match from S Tier Black. They're going up against Maple Esports, if I'm not mistaken, over on the red here. Looks like it's a few games with the timer here. It looks like this is being casted by somebody, or at least spectated by somebody. So I don't really know anything about the other team. In the red, I actually know nothing about them. I do know quite a bit about S Tier Black here. So that's exactly kind of what we're going to be taking a look at. The last time I did this for S Tier, they had a couple different supports. So Sky and Liha. Don't think they're two people maybe they are. Maybe those aren't different supports. I couldn't tell last time because last time I had the first person perspective. So I'm not sure. Maybe those might be different guys here. But on the defense, honestly, right away, from the last few videos or games I took a look at from S Tier, I would like to see a May from these guys. They did pretty well with it. So, a May here on Kings Row is pretty solid, to be honest. But there's a Hanzo on offense. Going into Kings Row, a lot of times you just kind of need to expect a Hanzo. And last time they went up against a Hanzo, Hammers Esports, here on Kings Row, Hammers Esports ran through him, and that Hanzo able to find a few early picks. So Fair's pretty much the only one to really be able to deal with him. I guess Golden Rocks can try and teleport up to him or try to get in the back line, but no one else is. I guess Skywalker, if he's able to find some picks here, but we'll see. As it looks like we're taking a loop around here, and solid pullback coming through there from S Tier initially. A lot of the time you want to see those teams, as soon as there's a bit of aggression from the offense, you want to pull back and see if you can find that pick. And Golden Rocks got over aggressive right there. I'd say even pull back a little bit more, especially even after getting your Reaper picked off. So that's a good position right there. There's a Roadhog literally sitting in the hotel. You need to capitalize on that. Let them maybe get a few seconds on the point. You don't need to let them get a full tick. But now they have the ultimate for Mike, who actually gets put to sleep. That's unfortunate. So this looks like that's a great shield coming through from the Zarya, but Mike going to be dropped as well, and so is Soto. So that's unfortunate for them. Given the fact that they had a decent pullback, it's just they needed to capitalize on the fact that the Roadhog was kind of solo in there, and losing Golden Rocks early on really hurt him because he's going to be the bulk of that damage onto that Roadhog. He's able to get in there with the help of his Zarya. He could just shield him up, and then he could just chunk him down. So they're going to lose that point A rather quickly, and now they're not. I mean, they're not going to make any swaps. Wouldn't really want to see any swaps at this point. May pretty solid for that point A, but after that, kind of falls down a little bit. I guess you could use them, but the Graviton Surge actually comes through and into the Dragon Strike. So, you kind of got to be wary about these ultimates. And one recurring theme for S Tier is the fact they don't really pay attention to which ults are used in each fight. You got to have tabs on it. There's really no way to know if they have an ultimate other than kind of gauging how much damage is being put out from each player. If you see somebody just raining hell down upon them, like this Hanzo getting poked, pick after pick, and so much poke done, you know that ultimate's going to be up so quick for him. They didn't use really any ultimates in that original point A fight. Because of that, they had them pretty much all saved up for the second checkpoint. And they just ran all over him right now. They have 5:30 on the clock to get this. That is ridiculous. That's pretty much unacceptable at this point. And look at that Reinhardt's aggression. It's unacceptable that they can't find a kill onto him. They actually lose Golden Rocks right there. I know he's hit by a biotic grenade, but that Reinhardt being so aggressive, you've got three people, and they're just losing person after person. Samurai is tearing them apart. They need to use their ultimates. They've got 6 ults. Both teams are actually 5 on the side of the offense. Defense should have the advantage right now. I mean, they have the ult advantage. We'll have to see if they can get anything done. Earthshatter able to connect only onto the Ana, who actually managed to get the Golden Rocks charged up. So luckily enough for S Tier right now, they only had to blow 3 ults for that fight. Mike's, I don't even know if that was necessary, to be honest. I kind of just caught the back end of it. But Skywalker able to get his ult off onto Golden Rocks. That was crucial for him, because he pretty much wiped him up. But they have to know that Samurai's going to have his ultimate. And Sky, Trick Shot is actually pretty far off from his. So he hasn't used it in a while. But they're actually going to be making an aggressive play. I like this from him. But Fair, what are you doing right there? He brings out his ultimate, and he's literally sitting by a Reinhardt who's inside of a graviton surge when he's trying to, like, the angle of his character was aimed at the back line. Sure, that's fine, but get away from the Reinhardt. If you're gonna do that, come around the back corner here, or over around where the camera's at now, and then look for the support and look for that back line. Don't go right into the Reinhardt. That was a poor positioning coming through from him. Nonetheless, they do hold off for the time being, and Fair able to pick off Samurai is pretty big for him, and that's a nice Earth Shatter that comes through. A charged up Reinhardt on the other side, pretty much only able to get 1 kill off of it, looks like, but nonetheless, the Roadhog's pretty much able to follow up with a few more for themselves. So this is desperation strats right now. Make a swap to a D.Va, Mike, potentially. You're not even close to your ultimate. Actually, never mind. He's able to get there in time, but even D.Va should be able to last a little bit longer than Mike's going to be able to right now. Yeah, he's just done for, and it's pretty much a clean sweep right there. So something I want to go back to, I actually do want to go back to right here, is what I was talking about earlier. Where is it at? It's pretty early on. Right here. So look at his ultimates. Samurai's got his, the Hog, Sky, and both of them were actually Sky. I didn't even realize that. All 3 tanks have them in Samurai. They literally did not use an ultimate in this original point fight, if I'm not mistaken. See, they're going to lose their, they just lost Reaper Golden Rocks. They don't even have ultimates up, and they're going to be able to win this fight right now. So you got to keep tabs on ultimates. That is crucial. Got to know if it's anything's used, and if not, after them winning a team fight, you need to know that they will have them charged up for this next fight, and they go into it. I think I just missed it right there. No, let's see. I think it might be right here. No, I went over it again. There we go. Okay, it's right here. They went into this fight just kind of half-assed right now. They've got 2 guys just sitting here. A couple of their players, I mean, they all just get sucked right into it around the corner. If there's aggression from around the corner, you know something's about to happen right there. So lose your Lucio right here as well, maybe, unless, okay, they're actually going to follow up onto him. So I'm not sure if he's going to get picked off. Looks like he should potentially get safety. Nope, he doesn't get to safety. He actually gets picked off by Samurai. So no way for him to really know if he's going to get picked off. There's so much aggression that Samurai guy is really hitting his picks right there. So just lose your life with the rest of your team. Regroup as a 6, because now they're 2 members down. They can't really afford to get and contest that second payload. That's actually really big for him. See, a lot of the time you're going to want to lose. If you lose a few of those guys into that big ult, just lose your life with it. Because there's 4:10 on the clock. That is so much time to work with. And they're going to have 5:30 after they get this next checkpoint. If they had all 6 of their guys up right now, if they had lost all 6 in that engagement, they would have them all 6 right now. They'd be able to punish this Reinhardt and Zarya, and they could really move in to contest that payload. But they can't, because they don't have their Lucio, they don't have their McCree, and they're going to end up losing their lives because of this. See, look how over-aggressive. Yeah, they lost their Reinhardt right there. They actually did capitalize on a Sky, but they lost their Reinhardt, so they can't really make a push into the second checkpoint, which is really unfortunate for them. So we're going to actually take a look at them on the offense here. As it looks like a Mei on defense. But we're taking a look here at S tier for the most part. We're still got a bit of time. All right. So they're going with what they ran on defense. I would like to see them expand their pool, especially since this is a scrim. Try something like a Hanzo. Hanzo is getting a lot of love on King's Row on offense. It works so well with the Zarya, and you can't have this happen. That cannot happen because that happened within 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds, getting pulled there, and now they've 10 seconds down more. It's gonna take another 5 to actually get there, if not more. Yeah, they just wasted 30 seconds because he got picked off. That's an entire push onto this point A. It might sound obvious, but it's just that's what lost you right there. That's exactly what that lost that time for your team, and it might make a difference in the end. And there's another hook coming on to Soto. Nice hook coming through from there. But followed up by Mike. That was a great play from Mike. And now they can really afford to be aggressive. Get in there. Transcendence is already ready. So now back off if you need to a little bit. Or pick off that Reinhardt. That Reinhardt just charged in. Literally just charged in. But thankfully, Golden Rocks comes up with the quadra kill in the front line. That Reinhardt should have been punished even earlier. He literally charged in and was left alone. Transcendence was on the other side of the point. So the rest of the team members on the other side were not leaving that Zenyatta, who was not actually pushing forward to the Reinhardt. So it does end up working for him, but just something to kind of be picky about. So they end up 30 seconds. Remember, 30 seconds from that initial pick, which is could really make a difference, like I said. Ultimates, pretty even, but Ana on the defense has that ultimate for herself. So it's going to be in the favor of the defense right here. And Graviton Surge actually comes down from both teams. So it's really kind of a shit show. Would both come down onto each other and who just gets the ultimates off at the right time. And it looks like Esther is actually able to clean it up right there. So pretty good job from them. They're going to have Skywalker's ultimate up for this next fight. On the side of the defense, they weren't able to get their Ana's ult off, so having that ultimate literally meant nothing for them. They had the advantage. They had their Ana ult, which meant they really had the advantage with that Ana ult. Skywalker didn't have it, so they weren't able to get it off. But they do regroup here. See something that S tier didn't do. They're able to get regrouped because they all died about the same time there. And they're able to make a difference here, and they do charge up the Reaper, and the Reaper and Samurai actually get some stuff cleaned up, and Transcendence comes through. That's unfortunate. I actually want to take a peek here at what happens right now. All right. Skywalker. When did he use his biotic grenade? Let's see. I wish I could see. I wish the cam guy was actually on the players right now. Because I don't know if he has his biotic grenade. Biotic. You don't just want to throw that at a shield. Look at this right now. Right now. Throw that biotic grenade down right here, because this is what loses the fight, not the initial couple of kills coming through from Samurai. Biotic grenade could come down right now. It doesn't. It only hits Mike from the opposing side, and Transcendence comes through. That Transcendence could be completely avoided. That could be a wasted Transcendence from them if they had the biotic grenade down onto those two guys, or it could be him just not blowing his ult at all. And they could win this fight. Because the Reaper, look at Reaper. He's charged up. He literally can't do anything because that Transcendence is out. He does get to the back line. Maybe they do end up winning the fight. Okay, it looks like they do get a couple kills. They might actually win this one. Despite that. Oh, they do. Okay, nice plays coming through. And Soto on him. So they do end up winning the fight. But they could have been cleaner. Like I said, it could have been cleaner. And some of those teams will punish the fact that Transcendence is out for us. Let's be aggressive. On the side of the defense. Let's get these kills, but really clutch plays coming through from Soto and Golden Rocks. But yeah, gotta land. I mean, you can literally put a team on your back in those situations. If you land a biotic grenade onto those guys, it's such a valuable asset, valuable ability. Probably one of the best, if you ask me. Especially going up against a Zenyatta. You gotta land those, man. You gotta throw them out. And maybe he didn't have it, but he wasted it clearly before if he didn't have it there. So they are looking good on time. About a minute less than from what we saw on the opposing side. 30 seconds. You remember about that? So Golden Rock's actually going to be aggressive. Him and Fair are actually coming up really. I literally couldn't actually see what happened right there because the camera went right into the ground. Unfortunately, but that was a clean fight for them, and they don't even need Graviton Surge. So really good ending from S tier. You know, a few mistakes here and there, but overall the team fights look pretty good. And 30 seconds clearly didn't make a difference in the end. So I might be harping on some of these minute mistakes, but boy, do they! It makes the difference from getting from one level of play and stepping it up a notch. You don't see those silly little mistakes come through from the best of the best, and it can really make a difference here. So we'll have to see what's going to happen here on this next push for both teams, because it will be S tier on offense. I would like to see a May from them. Again. Because there is going to be a Hanzo. Not to say that the May is going to counter a Hanzo by any means, but May is such a good pick here. All right, let's take a look. Pretty much similar stuff from what we saw last time. As I could have avoided most of that weight, but nonetheless, gotta see their compositions, and already, like, they could isolate someone so easily. That Reinhardt is so separated from his team. That's why I like him A. And they're gonna back off. Advised, they're not getting too aggressive. That's good. Rox needs to be careful not to get hooked again. And look, bot a grenade onto the back line. Farah needs to follow up with a flashbang onto that and find the kill. And they actually, Samurai comes through with 2 kills. He might have landed a scatter arrow. Couldn't actually see from that angle. But those 2 picks, that hurts. Back off. See if you can get in there, maybe. Not going to be the case, though. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Get on to the point or not. You know, you can back off, whatever works. You're going to be staggered either way, and that payload's not going to come around the corner until you're regrouped, so it doesn't really matter that much. No swaps still coming through from either team. As look at the aggression. Look how far out they are right now. They need to defend before they get around this first corner, and they're going to do that. Okay, I was about to say, they can't just let them come all the way up there. And, ooh, that charged up Reaper actually slightly punished, got knocked off, but the rest of the team wasn't able to find anything. And they're all spread up hard. 1 death here, 1 death here. 3 deaths up top, or 3 people still standing up top. And now, see, look at Leah. Why are you guys, you can't die right there. You die earlier or you guarantee your safety, because it didn't look like they were going to be able to, maybe they could have even regrouped. They probably could have regrouped and maybe got back to this point in time if they had the speed boost from Lucio, but he's back at the spawn. So, goes to credit once again. Earthshatter. Not sure why he decided to do Earthshatter right there. Let's take a look at that again. Okay, that plays into a big part. All right, so they've got Mike right here. He thinks he sees an opportunity, right? Reinhardt able to avoid it at the last second. Once he comes around the corner, you see the shield start to form, and he only gets 1 with it, and he's just gonna be able to charge into each other. So that's 1 death coming off of that, right? His own death. There's 3 of them up here. The rest of the 3 are in the back off respawn. You have to regroup. There's no reason not to regroup. They just hit the checkpoint. The checkpoint's dropping down. The checkpoint isn't even moving at this point. It's just, it's in that phase where it takes a moment to get going to the next spot. Because of that, there's absolutely no reason to actually make a push. I know this is the second push right there, but they're not even in overtime yet. There's no reason to make a push up here because that payload's not making it any further. Because of the fact that you're losing your lives right now, the payload will make it further because they're going to lose Golden and Farah off of the Graviton Surge Earthshatter combo. Maybe Golden doesn't actually drop here. Maybe he gets back to safety. All right, he looks like he is going to get to safety for the time being. But they can't make a push. They lost their Reinhardt, who's now coming back. That's extra ground. They could be making a push. They could be making a hold right here, but that payload's going to continue to move because of that. Dragon Strike coming from downtown, it looks like. Going to completely not actually hit anybody. But Mike was actually hit with about a grenade, so he's not going to be able to get anything off that. And over-aggression again. Getting them killed. Poorly timed sound barrier. I really have no idea what that sound barrier was for. There was no ultimates out. AJ Little hadn't charged anybody up. If they had sound barrier now, that would be really good for him. But we'll have to see if it's actually going to matter. It looks like it could actually matter. So they've got still 3 people hanging around the payload. a sound barrier right here. When yeah, this is when you want that sound barrier. That's why you don't want to just blow it out of for no reason. This could be a one fight that Reaper and AJ Little is able to tear it up and just run on through them. That angle, like, they obviously finished right here. Let's take a look back at when he used it. I mean, well, here we go. It's about to be in a second. There is nobody. Sound barrier comes out. Nobody is even close to him right now. They're not even making a push. Maybe they were expecting it, and maybe they had done it just because the Reinhardt was dead, and they didn't have a shield. Maybe they were expecting an Earth Shatter to come down from Skymach. Maybe that's the reasoning. But ultimately, it didn't pay off for him. So now it's going to be their opportunity to push because that entire distance. They do have an extra minute, though. Instead of, I believe 3 minutes is on the side of the team they're going up against. Samurai also going to be sticking with Zenyatta, so I have to see how S tier actually adapts to that. Once again, they're going to be changing anything up. And they're just going to be sticking with that same composition here. Whatever works, but that's how you need to use that Reinhardt shield. Don't get picked off early. You need every second you really can right here. So, realizing his mistake from earlier, first time they pushed around, not to get picked off by that Roadhog. Needs to create some space right now. He's going to get hooked up there. Actually get shielded up. As soon as he gets shielded up, you should swing that hammer a few times before that shield goes down, then bring it back up, because there are people in melee distance, and they find 3 kills for himself, so that really hurts. Yeah, they're going to be able to wipe him up. Just die. Die, Soto. Reaper is going to be met. Can he find anything? He's just going to Wraith out. If he gets taken out here, it doesn't look like this is going to be the case. All right. So they do have to wait for everyone to get back up right now. That's a minute off the clock. The thing I don't like seeing, I mean, the communication can be hard, but you need to get on that level with your teammates to bring down your shield, or if you're on Reinhardt and you get shielded by Zarya, swing the hammer if they're melee range for a few times. Swing it, man. And Goldenrock's actually put to sleep. Transcendence is out, so really not a lot they can do off that. But Goldenrock separated from the rest of the team. Fair actually picks up a couple kills for himself, but ultimately the rest of the squad could be forced back. Soto getting crushed late again. He's going to force his team to wait. He could be up right now if he had died with the squad. I know, I mean, every second does count. I mean, they are going to be in overtime if they try to push us the entire way. So I guess it doesn't matter in the end, but if it does come down to a final push, we'll have to see. And now I like this push from them. I do like this. Huge Earth Shatter. That was a terrific play. That was a great play, but Golden Rocks actually just got hooked out of his... Yeah, the Zarya shield should have came... They should have waited to use the Zarya shield on Golden Rocks right there. We're going to go back to that. Great initial push. Huge Earth Shatter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only see 5 people right now. But why is... Okay, well, let's see. Where does he use his shield? He shielded up the Reinhardt on a charge when the rest of them were isolated. Not a bad decision, but the rest of them were split up from him. You want to save that for the Reaper goes in. See, the Reaper, again, we're going to take a look at this. All right, so there's the charge. He uses it onto the Reinhardt who charges. The Reaper, Golden Rocks, ready to go in. He's... Oh, he didn't... Okay, I thought he had his ultimate right there. All right. He gets pulled out. Oh, he does have his ultimate. Okay. All right. So I was looking at when he was in mid-using it. Okay. So I was a little confused right there. All right. So he did use it. Use that. You got to save that. See, he's actually in the so he's in the process of shielding him up right now. Use it on the guy literally right in front of you, because that Roadhog is charged up. One hook. He's going to destroy Golden Rocks. Hooks him right out of it. That's unfortunate for him. The reason I didn't think he had it is because I paused it when it said 65% when it was actually ticking down. So ultimately, they could have wiped him up. Literally, if he hadn't been hooked, they could have wiped him up. The Roadhog still probably would have been standing since he was charged up, but they could have wiped him up right now. And they did get a few kills off that, so they have the spawn advantage slightly, but they're going to be back up. And this is a decent position, but a Graviton Surge comes through. Sound barrier. That was a nice sound barrier. That was from out. That was actually well timed, but Golden Rocks does find it. So that was great sound barrier, and it capitalizes on it for him. But can they finish off the Zarya is the real question here. It's a Zarya v Zarya, and he manages to win it. I would have liked to see Soto actually shield himself. If I'm being really picky, shield himself up as soon as he saw the reload get done with, and then he, holds down the beam on top of him. You're going to get a lot more usage out of that if the beam's coming down than just one right click. So they've got to push this in overtime, basically. And if you're the defense right now, you literally have all the time in the world. You don't charge up your ults if you want to. You don't need to rush at any rate. You literally do not need to rush. Make sure that AJ Little gets the charge up, but looking at S tier actually completely whiffs the ultimate, and nonetheless they do pick up a kill in the second one there. So despite Reinhardt's mistake, you want to wait for their Reinhardt to make that first move before you bring it down, and they actually wipe him up there with a huge bot grenade. That was pretty crucial. So we're going to take a look at that fight one more time here. Alright, so they're going to make a move in. Just a moment. There's where you want to bring out the Earth Shatter potentially. If you're looking to get on top of that Reinhardt. Just him alone. Brings it down. Could have hit 2, potentially. Maybe that was a very small window though. See, look how long he had it down. That's a good opportunity to bring it out. Especially when he's stunned. Oh my goodness. That was a perfect... That could have been when he brought it down. Look at this. Now we're looking through it a second time. See? Gets the double stun. They're both stunned from Fair. Bring that shield down, Earth Shatter them all, you win that fight. Instead, he waits a second too long, stuns up. Needs to be a little bit better coordination of, bringing out flashbang. You don't even need to say you got the stun if you're Fair. You just say flashbang, or however your communication works with your team. That could have wiped him up. It could have moved that payload forward. And who knows? Maybe they would have lost it. I really don't know. But nonetheless, going to be losing that one. As it looks like that is actually it. No other matches, so just that Kings Row one. Ultimately, it was a pretty solid performance, I'd say. Some mistakes here and there, and timing some of those Earth Shatters would have been well. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys next time.